Hi, this is a video about how to do English 099 journals. The basic idea is I'm going to assign you different articles and videos for you to read and watch. You're going to read them, and then you're going to write about them using this format called a journal. A journal is simply 4 sections, section 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's what you're going to write for me. And each section does something a little bit different, so let me explain each one to you. For section 1, you're basically going to prove to me you read and watched everything that I assigned. Mention each article and video. Give about 1 sentence for each one. And like I said, give a detail or two. For example, let's say I assigned this as your first journal. There would be different videos to watch, different articles to read. Here's one of the interesting videos you're going to watch right here about small town football. So you would take some time to watch this video. Did that little picture of a small town football parade look familiar to any of you? So after watching that video on small town football for section 1, you would just describe it in one simple sentence, maybe something like this. I watched a video on how high school football helps bring a small town together. It's really just that easy. What's the point of doing section 1? Well, section 1 helps you think through the main idea of the articles and videos you're reading and watching, so you just don't go through them really quickly without really thinking about them. Section 2 is a PIES paragraph. So here's section 2 on the example journal, and notice how it is a paragraph. And you're going to use something called PIES. Let me explain that. PIES is one paragraph. The P in PIES stands for point. The first thing you're going to do in the paragraph is make some kind of point. Next, you're going to insert an example, usually a quote or a detail from one of the videos or readings I assigned. Then you're going to explain that quote or detail, and then you're going to summarize back to your main point. P-I-E-S, PIES. Again, it's one paragraph. PIES is so important that I actually created a separate video on how to do a PIES paragraph. We're going to do this all semester. I'm requiring you to watch the video. Make sure that you do. PIES is great. Students tell me that it's one of the best things they've ever learned, even if it's not your grandma's pie. Section 3 is going to be choosing any 3 quotes from any of the articles or videos that I assigned. Hey, make sure they come from the assigned videos and readings. I'm not asking you to go online and get a bunch of random quotes. Make sure also that you include the author and title in your section 3. Also, this is a quote, so you have to use exact words. Let me give you an example. Here's a video that you might watch for this first writing unit featuring Brett Favre, who's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in the NFL. While you're watching the video, you might hear some quote that you think, hey, that's pretty cool. I think I'd like to use that for my paper. So you'd listen to it.
The wake-up call was Deanna and I were talking recently, and she was talking about Breeley, our youngest, playing soccer. I don't remember her playing soccer. She played right over here.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty significant quote. So I wanted to include that in my journal section 3. What I'd have to do is I'd probably have to go back, rewind it a couple times, play it a few times.
I don't remember her playing soccer. She played right over here.
Until I can get the exact words. Remember, so after watching that video, I would then have to give the exact words. And notice I would include the full name of the person who said it, Brett Favre. I would include the source, which in this case was NBC Today's Show. And then check this quote out. It's exactly what he said. Section 4, really easy. Just ask a question you think is worth asking. Well, after reading some of these journals, a question you might want to ask is, do you think parents will still send their kids to play football in the future? So why should you invest your time in doing journals? Well, do you remember the old Papa John's slogan? Remember what it was? Better ingredients, better pizza. Well, I want you to think about that with your journals. The better you do the readings, the better you watch the videos and write your responses, the better your actual papers are going to turn out, because the journals give you the ingredients to make great papers. So let's take a quick look through what an example journal would look like. It would use what's called an MLA heading, and I will teach you how to do that in class. Again, it's going to have 4 sections. Section 1 is just going to mention each of the videos and articles I asked you to read. Take about a sentence for each one. Section 2 is going to be that pies paragraph. Hey, don't forget to watch that additional video on how to do pies paragraphs. Section 3 is going to be any 3 quotes that you thought were important from the readings. Don't forget to include the speaker, the source, and then you got to get exact words. That's what a quote is. And section 4 is easy. You're just going to ask a question, any question you come up with. Remember, better journal work will equal better paper. Don't forget to watch that pies paragraph video. The link is located on Cobra. Hey, why don't you do that right now? Good luck.